jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle.
Hello, it's Stephanie, and this is an episode of the Dungeon Diaries, and it's cold, and it's raining, and it's gray outside, and I really don't like this weather, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go to Trader Joe's today, our very favorite grocery store, and the first thing that I'm hoping for is that there's little miniature shopping carts, because Simon has been pushing one of those around before he could walk by himself, and sometimes when we go and it's really busy, they're out. It's kind of a sad day for him. So what I've done before we're getting ready to go is I have just filled in a pretty simple meal plan, and then we still had a lot of food left over from last week's grocery shopping. So my shopping list, you know, it always just gets long no matter what, even though we still have some food that we're going to be using for leftovers and I'm not doing too many meals. Seems like we always need like a lot of things. So we have our budget for the week. We set that at $125, and I really don't think we're going to hit that. So that's nice. So we'll have a little bit left over maybe for, I don't know, like socks. If somebody needs socks. Does anybody in the family need socks? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, fine. I guess I get to spend it on hair products. Okay, well, we will catch it in the next moment of this Saturday. So we're at Trader Joe's. The parking lot is full. Shocking. It's a Saturday at 10:30. And Simon, who woke up at 4:30 this morning, just fell asleep. And the last time he fell asleep, right when we got to Trader Joe's, I just put him on my shoulder and I thought, oh, he'll wake up, you know, he'll get jostled around. And he slept the whole time I was shopping. And not to be like a diva mom who relies on nap time, but it threw off my day. And it was really rough. Oh, you have a sticker on your sweatshirt, babe. First rate. So I'm gonna wake him up. I have no other choice but to wake him up, and he's probably gonna be really sad. So we're gonna work on waking Simon up, and then they probably won't like it if I'm videotaping our Trader Joe's. So I'll let you know what we got when we get home. Bye. Hey, we're back. It's 8 o'clock at night. The little boy is in bed, and I may have pulled everything back out of the fridge and the freezer to show you what we bought at Trader Joe's tonight, because that's just how much I wanted to finally get my Trader Joe's haul together. So instead of telling you what we spent on each individual item, I'm going to tell you that we spent a grand total of $56.39, and that is actually the only amount that we're going to spend on food for the rest of this week, with the exception of one thing that we're going to pick up on Christmas Eve, and I'll get to that in a little bit. So let me just preface this, that we are transitioning into buying more organic, more higher quality food, but we do not buy everything at the highest level right now. We still try to stay within a certain price point every time we go to the grocery store, and you know, we kind of pick and choose what to buy organic. And you know what, it's not even the same thing every week. Sometimes I buy fancy cheese, sometimes I don't. So today was not the day that I bought fancy cheese, mostly because there was a bunch of snobby people like really having a very serious conversation about the cheese. So we just grabbed this. It's the Trader Joe's, Trader Jose's, actually, fancy shredded Mexican blend cheese. We are making a couple things, a casserole this week that we're going to put the cheese in. And then we bought some Trader Joe's uncured apple smoked bacon. It does not have any nitrates or nitrites, and we're going to have that on Christmas morning with our breakfast. This is my very favorite line of yogurt. I've tried about 10 different kinds of whole milk yogurts, and this is by far my favorite. It's not organic and it's not from a grass-fed cow. I do like the Trader Joe's organic yogurt from a grass-fed cow, but I actually got this for my son because he loves my yogurt and I just wanted to try something new. This is the French Vanilla French Village non-fat yogurt, and it is vanilla flavored, so I'm sure it's really high in sugar, so I won't be eating that, but little Simon will. This is the first time that I've tried this yogurt. I'll let you know if I like it. It's the Trader Joe's European style smooth and creamy organic plain whole milk yogurt, so we'll see how this goes. I bought their organic sour cream. We will be using that in a few things this week. I grabbed a dozen eggs, and these are just regular eggs, nothing fancy. They're not cage free because I got these exclusively for my holiday baking, which we will talk about. It's over here. We did a lot of baking today, and ain't nobody got money to buy the fancy eggs for crap you're just gonna make and give away to other people. They don't care anyway. Cookies don't care. Anyway, okay, so reduced fat buttermilk. This is what I'm going to use, maybe in combination with a little bit of this, to make my homemade veggie dip, because I'm just not there. I just struggle with raw vegetables, and that's where I'm at. I am in love with these Trader Joe's Persian cucumbers, seedless, sweet, and crunchy. And boy, oh boy, are they all three of those things indeed. I could eat this whole pack in one sitting. Trader Joe's has been like the berry place for me to get my berries. These are the Driscoll's, just the regular berries, and they look delicious. This whole thing was only $3.99. That is a great deal. Whenever I see berries on sale, I usually try to get the biggest container possible. I also bought another container of the blackberries. This is 18 ounces, and this was only, or no, maybe those are $2.99. I don't remember. But anyway, these were a great price. Last week I bought 2 of them. This week I'm just buying 1 because I still had a few left over, but they're now gone because I finished them off today. I got a package of celery hearts. I'm trying to incorporate some more raw veggies, so we'll go through another package of that. I made some strawberry jam this summer, and it was from some local strawberries, and I'm kind of tired of it. And I don't eat a lot of jam, but I have been putting a little bit of jam on my son's peanut butter sandwiches. But sometimes I want a little bit of jam. So this is the cherry preserves made with fresh cherries. And cherries are probably my favorite fruit, close tie with the berries, but I love cherries. So Trader Joe's sells 73% cacao dark chocolate with almonds. I buy a bar every week. My son got into it, unwrapped it, took a bite, and started going. It was hilarious. So there's a bite gone, and I have not wrapped it back up. We are making a Mexican-ish enchilada, sort of. No, it's not enchilada. It's like a casserole thing. So I needed some green chilies for that. Thank heavens Trader Joe's had green chilies. Their canned food items are kind of hit and miss. Sometimes you have to go to a little bit bigger grocery store. But I did find some organic diced tomatoes. So I'm really excited about that. I will use the extras that will be left over from my recipe in a marinara sauce that we will get to back here. These are foods for the gods. My husband and my son, like, I don't know what would happen if we got down to like the last handful that my husband would give them to my son. He would, because he has like the biggest heart. But basically my son and my husband could live off of these. They love them so much. We got another bag of the Reduced Guilt tortilla chips. I love these. They have a really good crunch to them, and they are only 3 smart points for a serving. So Dan, my husband, and my son Simon, they had some of these with their dinner. I did not, but they had some of those with dinner this evening. So we are starting a new family tradition for Christmas Eve, and we're doing pizza. And where I'm get my pizza from is a place that my husband does not like their pizza, but I'm going to get a gluten-free crust from them. So we just decided to get a deep dish pepperoni pizza because he'll be getting off work late and we don't know if like other pizza places will be open. So he grabbed that. On Christmas morning we're going to make a delicious breakfast. So we do have some hash browns. So we have those. Okay, so that's this haul. Oh, and milk. I think I got everything. So, I have talked a little bit about the MCT oil that I use in my bulletproof beverage. I use herbal tea and a tablespoon of this, a tablespoon of Kerrygold butter. I'm in the process of rethinking that. Today I tried it with olive oil because it's fewer smart points. It was absolutely disgusting. Like, I could hardly choke it down, but I did a half a tablespoon of olive oil and one full tablespoon of olive oil, a half a tablespoon of this, and a half a tablespoon of the butter. But I've been thinking I'm going to look into some avocado oil. Trader Joe's did not have avocado oil. I've got about this much left. This was $16.99 at Natural Grocer, and it's I guess kind of like, I just wanted to try out an MCT oil instead of the coconut oil. But last week I did buy another jar of organic virgin cold pressed and unrefined coconut oil. And boy, oh boy, this is so rich in smell, in flavor, in taste. I swear I could just eat like a spoonful of this and be full for like a week. It's so good. Love that. I use Trader Joe's organic liquid stevia for a little sweetener when I want my hot cocoa or tea to be a little sweeter. And then this is something that I found. I found an organic one, and then when I went back to get it again, I couldn't find it, so I just grabbed this one, and it has lots of yummy things in it. And it's a Trader Joe's creamy tomato basil pasta sauce. So I'll put this on spaghetti squash with some of the Trader Joe's. You can't see this, and this is in a nasty bag because I, in a rush, put my feta in with the same bag. But these are their chicken sausages. These were 3 points plus, but I haven't had one since switching over, so I got to look up the points. I'm sure they haven't changed much, or if at all. So I'll do this and a sausage over spaghetti squash. And then if I'm feeling really fancy, sometimes for a treat, I will do the organic brown rice pasta. And this is delicious. I love it. But I save this for a treat. So that's that section. Something that I've been buying. I actually didn't buy this at Trader Joe's. This is at our grocery outlet. Is the chopped kale. We usually just eat kale from our garden, but it's winter time and the plants are dead. So I just buy a bag of that, and then I'll saute it, take it out of the pan because it does burn very easily. And then I'll cook my eggs, and I'll cook my butternut squash, and I'll throw some feta in and a little hot sauce. And I know that sounds like a terrible combination, but it is like to die for delicious. So this is my very favorite vegetable, asparagus. And it's so funny because I bought this last week and I'm like, oh, I have to save it because I love the little skinny spears and sometimes they're hard to find. And now I'm going to actually cook the rest of this up for my dinner. And I'm going to have half of it tonight and then half of it tomorrow. So have the asparagus still from last week. Unfortunately, we had a death in our fridge. My organic bag of spinach that I was using for salads got frozen, so I'm going to use it in a smoothie, or I might just have to throw it away. I hate throwing food away, but I already have a couple bags of frozen spinach, and I don't know if this is good anymore, so I'll have to investigate that. I have a few teeny little raspberries left over from last week, so I'll be eating those before I eat our new raspberries. This is something that I buy. I'm going to eat it until it's gone. It's Trader Joe's crumbled blue cheese made from raw milk, and it is potent. A little bit goes a long way, and I am one of those people that loves running out of time. We're going to get through this really quickly. Trader Joe's original coconut beverage. Last week, I bought some cage-free eggs. I still have 2 of those left. I have a little bit left of my organic baby spring mix. Oh, you know, my fridge keeps freezing some of these things. I froze this and my spinach. That's a bummer. Let's see if I can salvage that for a little salad tonight. Oh my gosh, and my cottage cheese is frozen too. What the heck? My fridge is probably too full. I know, this is like a crap ton of food. And then I gotta get these back in the freezer immediately. This is the organic broccoli. Whole Foods brand is my favorite, and Whole Foods is up the street, but I just did not have the energy to go there after my trip to Trader Joe's last week. So, this is my haul. Thanks for watching. See you next time.